I'm doing a mural at the downtown Colorado Springs post office in this dope historic building. I've really been loving this challenge so far, and I'm super excited to see the progression. I have my sketch ready to go, so today I was just focusing on just adding more layers. What I'm doing specifically with this mural is I'm doing different types of mediums. So I'm using my acrylic paint. I'm also going to be utilizing like house paint, things of that nature, as well as airbrush. So here you can see adding the acrylic. For today, I was focusing on just making sure I covered enough ground because I'm going to be adding a lot of detail. And then I'm working on what's called Garden of the Gods. That's what this is going to be. Now I'm doing the smoke that comes from the train. And I'm just making sure I add it around the Sasquatch and adding my depth, adding my layers, because again, it's all about layers. The airbrush is fun because I can cover so much more ground. I can do so much more with my textures. I can play around with it. It's very similar to tattooing when I use it, whereas with the painting, you're just doing layers. So as everything was drying, I wasn't just sitting there waiting for paint to dry. I was utilizing my airbrush and really having fun. Now I'm working on the sky portion, just getting everything. Definitely gonna have some unfinished pieces in this, but it's coming along great. Working on this mountain section was actually really fun as well because this is where I was able to play around with my airbrush. Now I'm just adding the green around it so that way you can start to see where the greenery starts to come into play. And this is what I've gotten done so far. As I said, there's going to be a lot of unfinished pieces to this, but it's definitely coming along nicely, and you can start to see those different layers from airbrush to acrylic, and then the house paint's coming soon. So I think that you're going to love it so far, but follow this page to see what happens next.